He could do everything. He's as good as it gets. He's as good as it gets. He's the most complete fighter on the roster because he submits people. Like he submitted Poirier in the final round.
Yeah.
Incredible submission. But he was winning that fight already. But then, you know, he can also knock you out. He literally does everything. He's one of the best wrestlers in the sport. His top control and his squeeze is insane.
He'll get takedown attempts coming at him very early. The last fight, he didn't have to deal with that when he was fresh. If Islam can start to pressure him early and take him down early, or even just make him wrestle, he might struggle.
O que você acha que ganha entre o Jack Della Maddalena e o Islam?
Maddalena, ele é um jogo muito complicado, porque ele é um cara que ele não vem pra te nocautear rápido, ele vem pra te finalizar, ele vem te magoando, né?
Aos poucos, né?
Aos poucos. Foi o que ele fez agora na luta contra o Bilal. Só que eu acho que o Islam vai se dar muito bem nessa categoria.
When you dominate one division, the only direction left is up. And that's exactly where Islam Makhachev is headed, straight into the dangerous world of welterweights. The lightweight king, known for his suffocating grappling and icy composure, is now chasing double champ status. But standing in his way is Jack Della Maddalena, the silent assassin from Australia, a man whose boxing combinations end fights in seconds. The question echoing across the MMA world is simple. Can Islam's pressure overcome Jack's power?
So, do you predict that Islam would win the 70 belt once that fight gets made?
I'm not predicting anything. All I'm saying to you guys is stop sleeping on JDM. He's very, very talented. Very, very talented. That's why he's the champion right now. So let's not sleep on him. Islam, of course, is pound for pound, #1. So let's not sleep on them too. It's going to be an interesting fight. I will be watching that fight, and I'll take the winner.
How big would a fight between you and Islam be? That would have to be like one of the biggest fights in the company.
Of course. When have we ever had former pound for pound and current pound for pound?
Former champion Charles Oliveira doesn't hesitate when asked. He's felt Islam's strength, his pace, his grip, and he knows what Jack is about to face. I think Islam's going to do very well in this weight, Oliveira said confidently. He just needs to grab him, put him down, and it's over. For Oliveira, this fight isn't about size, it's about control. And in that department, nobody controls the cage quite like Islam. His prediction, Islam wins by submission, continuing his reign of dominance one division higher.
O que você acha que ganha entre o Jack Della Maddalena e o Islam?
Maddalena, ele é um jogo muito complicado, porque ele é um cara que ele não vem pra te nocautear rápido, ele vem pra te finalizar, ele vem te magoando, né?
Aos poucos, né?
Aos poucos. Foi o que ele fez agora na luta contra o Bilal. Só que eu acho que o Islam vai se dar muito bem nessa categoria, né, mano? Agora vai estar muito mais forte, é um jogo que, tipo, ele gosta de agarrar e botar pra baixo. Eu acho que o Jack Maddalena fazia a mesma luta que ele fez, né? Agora contra o Bilal, batendo, movimentando, saindo, machucando, é uma luta, mas se deixar o Islam agarrar e botar pra baixo é o time.
Dustin Poirier, ever the tactician, gives a more balanced view. We'll find out in the first or second round how much trouble Islam has getting Jack down. Poirier said, if Jack can stop those takedowns, his boxing and size could wear on Islam, but Islam's striking is awkward. You can't ignore it, and you can't stop worrying about that takedown. In Poirier's eyes, this fight is all about control. If Islam imposes his game early, he wins. If JDM keeps it standing, it's anyone's fight.
Man, honestly, similar to Khabib, his movement is really strange. The timing of it is really strange to get his cadence. I wanted to open up more and throw more volume, but when he would commit to the pocket, he would exit weird. His dips with his head, I heard my corner telling me throw the knee the whole time, but I just felt like I might get taken down off of it. And his movement is just it's kind of awkward. It's a weird timing, so I couldn't get good combinations going. But everything else was what I expected.
Then comes Robert Whittaker, Australia's former middleweight champion, and he's siding with his countrymen. Calm, confident, and analytical, he said, I'm going with Jack. He's got that X factor, the grit, the guts, the drive to fight off those takedowns. And in a pure striking fight, he's better. Whittaker added that Islam has everything to lose moving up, while JDM has the freedom of a man with nothing to prove. His call, Jack Della Maddalena by late TKO, the upset that could shake the sport.
Versus Islam Makhachev. What do you think about this announcement?
I think was unexpected was the relinquishing of the lightweight title.
They don't want to do it anymore.
I expected it in a sense because Poirier did it. People would have to follow suit, but Islam's kind of like the poster boy right now for the UFC. In terms of this fight, I'm going to go Jack. Obviously, I'm going Jack.
Everyone knows. We always back
Obviously, I'm going
yeah.
Jack. When I said at that time, just then, that was objective. Okay? That was objective. I think Jack has that X factor. I think he has the gut, the grit, the determination to fight the takedown attacks that Islam is going to go for. And I think in a striking fight, straight up, Jack is better. I think he wins
agree with
in
that.
the hands. Jack's got the better game to strike over 5 rounds than Islam does as well, especially if Islam is trying to go for takedowns during the fight. People sleep on Jack's grappling game. They sleep on his jiu-jitsu. I don't think Islam is going to be as gun-ho with the takedowns as everybody believes because Jack has that level of offense off his back. Skill-wise, I think they both have their strengths. I don't think either one of them is overly superior. I do think Islam has got the kick superiority, and if Jack doesn't address that, which he hasn't in a lot of his fights, the kicks, he's going to get kicked a lot. All that aside, I think Jack's got the headspace. He's got the heart, he's got the ticker, and the grit just to get it done over 5 rounds.
Nobody knows Islam Makhachev better than Daniel Cormier, his former teammate and mentor. On air, DC smiled and said, "I've seen how this man trains. People don't understand how hard Islam works. If anyone can move up and take another belt, it's him." He compared Islam's focus to Khabib's, calling it a different kind of discipline. Cormier's message was clear: never bet against Dagestani dominance. Islam's wrestling, he says, can break anyone over 25 minutes.
There's been moments where we're in practice and I'm going with Khabib or Islam and I'm the big guy. So generally, a smaller guy gets on top of you. When you decide it's over, you just throw him off of you. No technique, no skills. You just literally grab him and you kind of throw him off of you. I'm grappling with Islam once and I try to throw him off of me, but he's still there. And so then I give him a little harder shove and he's still there. Next thing you know, I'm grappling at 100% because the dude's that strong. But again, I had never really grappled with him in that way, like at a decent pace. So I didn't recognize the strength when he was trying to keep me down.
Joe Rogan called it the most fascinating fight of 2025. On his podcast, he said, Islam is like a python. Once he wraps around you, it's over. But Jack's composure under pressure, that's scary. He doesn't flinch, doesn't back up, just stays in the pocket and fires. Rogan believes this is a true stylistic war. Grappler versus striker in its purest form, and whoever controls distance will decide the fight's destiny.
Islam looked like Michelangelo sculpted.
He's so big. He's so strong, so good.
What does he weigh? What does he weigh like normal? Like right now, if you called him up, what do you weigh, brother? What would he say?
I would say at least minimum like 185, 190.
Get the fuck out of here. He's 210 pounds.
No, it's like
that guy's 250 pounds.
His strength feels like 250 pounds.
That's what I hear.
But that's the thing with them. They're always training. No matter what they're doing, they always at least run once a day or grapple.
So he's losing roughly 30 pounds to make 55?
From the start, I would say. Yeah.
He's big. That's about as big as you can get and keep doing that. That's big.
Yeah, and he's tall. He's lengthy, and he has power. Like, he could go up to 70 easily, I think.
Yeah, easily. He's got real power now on his feet, which is a new addition over the last, X amount of years. His stand-up has gotten elite. Like, he knocked down Oliveira. He had Oliveira in real trouble.
Sonnen has weighed in on what a loss could mean for Islam, raising the stakes. Even though he expects Islam to win, he acknowledges Jack's capabilities, size, skills, momentum.
Out on his own? He's gonna branch out to something different. I mean, don't forget, it's an uncomfortable conversation that none of us like to have, but everybody's had to have it all the way down to Coach Javier Mendez, which is, who's better, Islam or Khabib? We get asked it all the time. Khabib, slightly better record. Islam, more weeks at #1 pound for pound than Khabib. Khabib, as a matter of fact, guys, only got 1 week, and it was post-mortem. It was after his career. I don't know how much weight you want to put on that. But we're splitting hairs. I mean, that's what this whole thing is when you have the absolute greats, and those two guys don't want that comparison. Islam doesn't want to be called better than Khabib, and Khabib doesn't want to have to step in and say that's little brother. Like, it's one of these awkward things, but I'm sharing for you as proof to my point that Islam is now going out on his own.
For Islam Makhachev, this fight is about legacy, now proving that control and skill can conquer any division. For Jack Della Maddalena, it's about opportunity, the chance to stop a legend and rise as a new face of power. When they meet, there will be no talk, no politics, no excuses, just truth. Because when Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena step into that cage, it won't just be for a belt, it will be for greatness itself.